So I made a webcomic for the first time, and let me tell you, it was quite an experience, but first I'm going to read you guys the synopsis of it. God's most aloof demon hunter, Elias, just wanted a way to get rid of the demons that tormented him. He tries to seize his opportunity when a Shadim targets him at school, but quickly finds that sheer power and pride won't get him far. So God answers his call for help by sending him tormentors worse than demons. Friends. Can he ever survive both at the same time? Hi friends, first I want to say thank you so much to everyone who has joined me for my last video and say how grateful I am for the kind and supportive comments I received. My heart has truly been touched. And of course, praise be to God, because I couldn't have done any of this without him. So shout out to God, he is amazing. And I'm very happy you all decided to join me on this journey and very excited for you all to see more of the work that me and God have been preparing. We've been cooking in the creative kitchen for sure. For quicker updates and behind the scenes pictures and all that, make sure you follow me on my Instagram. I go by the same handle. As you can see, I am premiering a webcomic based on my book Under the Sky. And this comic is actually an alternate universe where my character Elias is trying to learn to become a Syad or hunter for the first time, along with two other friends, Val and Roy, who actually eventually become his friends. However, in the book, it's a bit different. This happened actually when he was in his 20s and they all had a mentor instead, but that's another thing. So to explain the intro a bit, the reason why Elias thinks that, his friends are worse than demons is basically he's like a very cold, distant kind of guy. He doesn't know how to deal with friends. He's never really had friends. So he's like, oh, great, I have to deal with these people. Like, I don't really want to deal with these people. He's kind of prideful in that sense. I mean, it's probably the reason why he decided to take on the demon by himself, because he just gotten the powers, he just gotten a sword, and he's like, oh yeah, I can do this by myself. I got the power now, right? And then it kind of fails. So you'll get to see more of the dynamics between all three different characters, and how they view Elias and all that good stuff, and the action and the fun stuff. Now, this idea came about from a couple things. First, I wanted to showcase some of my work for you guys because the book is going to take a while for me to get out, so I figured I could do something else in the meantime and something short as well. And second, I had never done an actual comic like this. I mean, I worked on like little things like, let's say, a couple pictures or even like a couple pages, but never anything like this, and especially not a action adventure comic where there's like all kinds of effects and really dynamic poses and all that. So I knew going in that it was going to be difficult, but I told myself, I'll give myself a 30-day deadline. I thought, what can I come up with in a month, right? Like how much I could come up with. And I thought like maybe I should just make something short with my OCs. And of course, I also had to do a crash course on everything I didn't know of comics and how to make them and all that. And before, within the 30-day deadline, basically. I mean, the 30 days was really just to kind of also keep me focused, because I knew if I was going to take too long that maybe I wouldn't really do it. So that's why I decided to do 30 days. However, by the second week, I was crashing out bad. I mean, the burnout of working multiple hours a day was getting to me. And so what I decided to do was just finish the first episode. I came up with 3 total. So I said, you know what? I won't be able to finish them all. At least I can finish the first episode and not rush myself in that sense. And I think it worked out better too, because it gave me also time to be able to come up with different ways to promote the comic before it came out. Like, for example, on Instagram, I posted a couple reels. I did some as well here. And also, again, the behind the scenes pictures. So I think it worked out better in the end. And I will be releasing the last 2 episodes on one next month and then the one the month after, respectively. So it will be finished by probably the end of September, God willing. But in the meantime, you can go ahead and read the first episode that's already out on Webtoon and Tapas. And the links for both of them are in the description. And also, I'd love to see more of your supportive comments on either platform, here, everywhere. I mean, they really motivate me to keep me going. And of course, if you can help me spread the word about this project too, that'd be great. The process was kind of exhausting, not gonna lie. Like I said, I was working long hours on it, and also I was working through hand and arm pain at the same time, but it was actually pretty fun. I was very surprised to see how much I was able to do with the limited amount of time and also limited skills and information that I had about that. I think I based it more on manga because I grew up basically reading manga and all that, so there was something more familiar to me. Plus, I knew if I did it in color, it was gonna take me way longer, and I would have probably just dropped it honestly at some point. So black and white it was. This project definitely made me feel more confident in drawing comics. To the point where actually I was thinking about reviving an old story I already wrote a couple years ago and turning it into a comic. But of course this one would be a lot longer and it wouldn't be rushed or anything like that. And maybe in color, I'm not sure yet. I don't know about the details, but I will say that, however, the story would have to do with a girl named Luna who exposes fake preachers that live in her small town church. So stay tuned for more of that if you want to see that one. And also, I'm sorry you didn't get to see any progress of the actual comic panels because my canvas was so big that when I tried to export the time lapse, it was very pixelated. And I forgot to screen record, but at least you could see the process of the character designs and of course the cover that I did for this video. Anyways, I had a thought about what to call our community here now that we've grown quite a bit. And I thought about things like Inklings, but I'm not sure if that's the best fit. So I love to hear your ideas in the comments. Thanks again, and God bless you all. I'll see you next month.